It's a really important week for me this week. We have a local agricultural show, so I need to harvest things to enter in the show, and I'm starting with this mashed potato squash. Now, this local show has been running for over 150 years, and last year was my first year of entering. But this year I have a more variety of things to enter. I didn't have rhubarb on the plot last year. Now, I did end up picking 6 stems, and these 3 I'm discarding. Not discarding them, we will be eating them, but not for the show. These 3 are the closest together in sizes and the nicest looking stems. I've had a quick watch of a YouTube video, and apparently all I do is just clean the bottoms of them, and you have to cut a V shape in the leaves at the top. So I thought, before I do those, I'll have a go at doing that on one of these ones that I'm not entering in the class. And the man just kind of did a sort of on the back of the leaves like that. I feel like he did it a bit longer than that though. And that was how he prepared them. So I'm going to try something very similar, and then obviously I will just tidy up the little bits around the bottom. Now, I'm pretty certain you're looking for them to be the same length, and I don't have 3 the same length. This one is a bit too long. All the shorter ones have got quite a lot of blemishes on the stems, so I'm going for this option. It's only a bit of fun, and it is just supporting a local show. Now I've managed to find my way into the beetroot. This is the next class that I have to enter, and it's 3 beetroot of a similar size and colour. And I don't know that I have 3 that fit that category, so I'm going to pick the 3 that are the closest. And at the end of the day, it's a local show, and this is real life gardening, isn't it? This is not show gardening. So we'll just see how we do. I'm going to start with this one here, which is a pretty big beetroot. Oh! Oh, now as beetroot goes, that's pretty impressive. I'm really pleased with that. Now let's see if we can find another 2. That should clean up lovely. Wow. Oh, that's not bad. It's not as big as that one, but that's not bad, is it? I'm pleased with them. Can't decide whether to get this one or the one in the corner, so I might just get them both. Oh, that's a monster. Now, I'm not sure which 3 are going to be the 3 that I pick, but either way, I am pleased with all 4 of the ones that I have taken out of the ground today. Oh, lovely beetroot. I'm just looking at these golden beets here and wondering whether I could actually pick 3 of these, because they are beautiful beetroot, and I'm sure once they're cleaned up they will look even more stunning. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Oh, taking the sweet pea with us. The favourite class I entered last year was the vegetable basket class, where you have to have a minimum of 5 individual types of vegetables displayed in a basket. And I'm thinking that I might try and see if there's any parsnips worthwhile to put in there. They're not going to be huge, it's not time to harvest them yet, but it's a nice experiment to see how they're doing, isn't it? So I'm ready with a glove, because I know that parsnips can cause an irritant to the skin. I couldn't find a pair of gloves again, so I'm just going to try and grab one from the end, if I can. Oh, oh. Oh no, I won't be entering that one. Look at him, he's got his legs crossed. That's funny. Oh, that one's a bit better. I think I could enter that one. Oh, and then there's that one too. Now they are not as good as the parsnips that I grew last year, but they will be something to enter in the show. So yep, they're going in the basket. And now last year I did really well at the show with my carrots, but this year, as you know, they have not been growing so well because I did not look after them. So whether I have any carrots to enter, who knows? But let's pull a few out. Oh my life, this is just a mass of roots. What's going on with that? That is not a very good carrot. It looked so promising as well. Oh, that one's better. Look at that. Oh, I'm pleased with that. Wow, that was a long one. Now I thinned these not long ago because they weren't doing very well, and I did spot a few bigger ones that I did leave behind for the show. So let's see how these look. Just hope that I can get them out without breaking them. Oh, that's one. Oh, that one split open, so that is absolutely no use. It looks good from that side, but yeah, that's not going in the show. That one's not bad. Look at that. It's a lovely carrot. Now, I don't have any more really big ones, so what I'm doing is trying to find three a similar size. Oh, that's a purple one. That's a different one. Oh, look at that one. Wow, that's a nice carrot. I do still have some carrots that I will be able to wash up and enter in our local show. But even better than that, if you look here at this basket, I have a full basket to process for us at home as well. So it's a really good carrot harvest. And I think sometimes when you're getting things ready like this to enter a little show, you kind of lose sight of the fact that that's an amazing harvest of carrots. I am absolutely deliriously happy with those, or I would be at any other time. But when you're going through them trying to find three a pretty identical size, you end up feeling disappointed over what is actually a phenomenal harvest. I mean, look at them. Look at them. How can you be unhappy when that's what you've harvested? And that's what we do it for. The next class is a head of cabbage. So I'm going to enter a pixie cabbage and calabash as well. And these red calabash are really exciting. It's a shame that I'm putting one of them into the show because these are my first ever red calabash cabbages. Last year, whatever I sowed from the seed packet turned out to be a green cabbage. It was lovely nonetheless, but it was not a calabash. I'm really quite excited by the look of these lettuces. I need to start eating some actually. In fact, the rocket went straight to seed as expected. Another class that I'm entering is a little salad box. So what I'm looking for here is the salad that has the least amount of damage on it. And I think that's this one here. So I'm going to harvest this lettuce. I'll have my soil back, thank you very much. That's really quite a nice little lettuce actually, isn't it? And I think I'll add in one of the red salad bowls as well. It's 3 different varieties of salad in the box. So all I'm going to put in is some baby cucumbers, the lettuce, tomato and spring onions. And I think because it looks so good, I'm going to add in one of these radicchios. They're such a pretty plant. Quite bitter. I don't mind them mixed in with the rest of the salad, but I certainly don't think I'd eat one on its own. Another class I'm entering is the cucumber class. Now I would not leave them this big at all for the house, but for a competition, I'll let this one grow on. And the final class are some tomatoes, and you have to have 5. Same ripeness, pretty similar size. And I'm just picking the ones that are ripe, and then I'll decide which 5 are the ones that are the most uniform shape. And the very last thing to harvest for this show, a couple of aubergines. Look at them, they're really nice aubergines, aren't they? Right, let's get everything washed and prepped and to the show. Definitely feels like there was more ground to move to make this level than we expected. Currently wishing we hadn't started this side here. Size of that. Oh no. While I carry on raking to get this a little bit more level, I'm going to show you what we've been getting up to on the farm before we head back to the show, because even I've been busy on the tractors this week. Duncan's letting me loose here with the tractor and the flail topper. Topping is something that we do in the fields to help control the weeds, because we don't actually use chemical weed killers on the farm. PTO switched on with that yellow lever and just throttling up to the required horsepower needed for topping, lowering the topper, and off we go. I think it's quite therapeutic really, watching this rough looking field turn into something that looks quite neat when you're finished. I think I did a pretty good job with it though, because Duncan seemed quite impressed, well, I'm not so about impressed, but he seemed quite pleased with the job that I'd done. I gave him the thumbs up here and said I was going to go and get back to the dog. My current view. Thanks for that, Dexter. Would you like to turn round? Oh, that's a great reason for you, a little stubby wag-wag. Little stubby wag-wag. Good boy. Can we like sit down? Oh dear. Oh no. This is not working. I think we've done a really good job in levelling the site and preparing it for the next stage, and it's nice to see the ground line and that the fence is in fact exactly the right height that I want. Can't wait to see Rosie's climbing up here, and I just can't wait to get started with the next stage. But now let's go back to the show and see if I got placed in any classes with my vegetables. I can't believe it. I am still on cloud nine. I came home with 3 firsts, 5 second places and 4 third places. I just think that's an amazing achievement. It's only my second full season with this vegetable garden, indeed with any vegetable garden, and well, it's just a huge motivator, isn't it? Sometimes YouTube isn't the best motivator. The analytics and things can get sort of on top of you, but getting results like this, it's the garden that I do it for. YouTube comes second, so I am really thrilled with those results. And well done to my sister as well. She came first in 2 classes and second in another 2 classes. So it was an altogether successful weekend for both of us. There were some beautiful gladioli entered in some of the classes as well, but unfortunately mine weren't quite at the right stage to enter. But these ones, aren't they a beautiful colour? Oh, I'm loving having the colour on the plot this year. I just go back under the birdhouse gourd archway that's outside. You can see that these ones are nowhere near as big as the ones in the polytunnel, but I am thrilled with them, and I'd be especially ecstatic with them if I hadn't got any growing in the tunnel to know how the difference in sizes are. Oh, I'm loving them. I really recommend that you grow those next year. Now, when you left us, we were doing some work obviously on the outside of the wash house, and don't get carried away, we haven't done masses and masses of work, but there has been a bit of a change since you last left us, because as you can see, we have now finished the fence outside the wash house. Now the fence is not completely square because Duncan was really limited on where he could get those posts to push into the ground. There's so many tree roots in here. We just kind of went with where they ended up. So we've had to scribe a little piece on the corner here that's not evenly spaced just to tie it all in together, but it is a really solid fence. I am absolutely thrilled with it, and I cannot wait to see Rosie's climbing up here. I've even left this little bench outside the wash house underneath the window so I can get a feel for how it's going to be in the future. I do plan on having a bench or a bistro set outside here and being able to look out over the garden and the orchard as well. I'm really just pleased with how we're transforming this particularly special place in the garden. It's been a really busy week, but a truly rewarding week in the garden. Look after yourselves. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.